If you're in need of some inspiration, you are in the right place because today I have a very special aesthetic tour of my favorite builds from May. I hope this video will give you a bunch of new ideas on how to decorate your Minecraft world. So sit down, relax, and enjoy. Hi guys, I'm Yumimi and let's jump right into it. I am right now in a beautifully terraformed map by Jackie FR, and you can already see one of the first builds, but we'll get there because I kind of wanted to showcase everything in the exact order as I was building things. And the first build is actually right around this very corner, and I extended the path just for you, so let's check it out. In May, I decided to make a little building challenge, and the first prompt was cherry blossom. I really wanted to capture the essence of cherry blossom in the cottagecore countryside, but at the same time, I didn't really want it to be the main dish. I kind of wanted it to rather be the cherry on top. And so when I was just scrolling through Instagram, I saw this and I was like, that's it. So that ended up being the main inspiration for the build. The house itself is very simple, very minimalistic, so the tree ended up complementing the build just like I imagined. Right behind me is the cherry blossom tree, you guys. I used fresh CIT to make these little branches, and I think it turned out great. I mean, do give it a try in your own world, because I think most builds could really benefit from having a little cherry tree close by. And if we go inside the house, I mean, there's not much inside, but there is this little fireplace that is connected all the way to the chimney itself, and I really like the chimney design. It reminds me of the countryside. It's just one of these little details that I hope is going to inspire someone. But anywho, let's skedaddle because I have a lot more to show you. Welcome back, and I am so excited because the next prompt was a greenhouse. I kind of discovered how important the role of light and shadows really is. I'm not gonna lie, I am super proud of it. I wanted to create a little sanctuary. I really wanted to capture the atmosphere that I had in my mind, like a cold breeze, birds singing, early morning, and it was a major aesthetic development moment for me here. I feel like from this moment onward, my whole aesthetic kind of shifted and leveled up a bit. I used a mod for fabric called Templates 2, which allowed me to get this sloping roof, which looks absolutely amazing. I also edited the Mizuno 16Craft window texture so that it fitted the build a bit more. And as always, all the links are going to be in the description. Alright, so let me give you a little bit of a tour. Over here we have a little dining area to grab breakfast in the morning and just relax listening to the birds, looking at the flowers. I also made 2 raised beds for flowers, and I used Templates 2 again to make trapdoors with polished diorite texture. Same goes for the door, the top of the roof, and this little window opening. It's all part of the mod, but it just looks so seamless and so aesthetic. I don't really like mods that much, but because it allows me to use Mizuno's texture, I ended up really liking this one. Of course, we have a little hose to water the plants. We've got a bunch of flowering bushes and vines. And last but not least, I think the atmosphere could not be achieved without these fairy lights from Mizuno 16Craft CIT. And yeah, the interior is empty again, but I really like this brick flooring. This is polished granite double slab, I believe, and it's just the perfect texture for the greenhouse interior. I really hope you like this build, and if you would like to download it, it is available on my Patreon, and the link is in the description. Why, hello there. It is time for the next build, and you might recognize this one from my Instagram and also from some of my shorts here on YouTube. I actually built the house itself before the challenge started, but I did use it for 2 different prompts. So let me show you how it turned out. So the first thing that you probably notice when you look at this house is the porch. I used double stone brick slabs to create these grass tiles. And of course, we cannot forget about the wisteria. And I'm also very happy with these teal shutters from Ghoulcraft. I feel like they add so much personality to this build. What I love about this house is its connection to nature. We not only have a very lush front yard, but there are also some features that allow the outside and the inside to intertwine. Like, for example, this bay window. If you've been watching my videos, you know I'm obsessed with bay windows because I love how it brings out the interior into the nature, and at the same time it lets the nature inside of your house. Another thing that makes you feel closer to nature in this house is definitely the kitchen, so let's check it out. I built the kitchen inside a greenhouse for the farmhouse kitchen prompt, and I made sure to fill it with lots of plants. I just wanted to create a kitchen interior that will inspire you to go outside, get fresh vegetables and herbs from your garden, go back and get cooking. Speaking of the garden, let me show you my absolutely favorite part of this house. When I was building this garden, I really leveled up my world edit skills. I finally learned how to use the perf command, which opened a lot of possibilities for custom flowers and hedges. Before I even built the house, the first thing I started working on was this garden arch. Using lilac wisteria for it looked quite overwhelming, and it was just distracting the viewer from the beautiful garden that's behind it, so I found that this white variety was much more suitable, complementing the garden rather than taking all of the attention away from it. So like I mentioned, I did make some custom flowers by using commands, and well, they can look a bit wonky up close, especially if you're using shaders with wavy textures, but from afar I think they're really cute. This custom flowering hedge against that brick wall is also something I am really proud of. I think by making your garden up against a hill and separating it with a wall, your garden will feel much cozier and a lot more private. So this is the full overview of the garden. You can see all of these flowers in their full glory. And if we go a little bit further, you can see another garden arch. This time it's just a hedge. And this exit leads to that kitchen window that we saw earlier. And I know you've already seen a lot of cherry tree designs today, but I wanted to show you this one in particular because of this little experiment that I did. So usually after a full bloom, sakura trees start showing some leaves, and that was what I wanted to achieve here. And for that I used the top part of peonies, and although it's very subtle, I think I like this little detail. It's time for the afternoon tea, and luckily I've got everything prepared, so come and join my little tea party. For those of you who haven't seen this resource pack before, it's a new pack by my friend Cheddar Biscuit. She's an amazing artist, and I was so honored to be able to beta test it, especially since she finished the pack right before the tea party prompt. It works amazing with Moondrop CIT by Ikuyuk, and it was so exciting to use all of these beautiful items, so thank you so much, Cheddar, for this amazing pack. It's called Cheddar's Antique Tea Party, and the link is in the description. I got really inspired by this prompt, so I experimented a little bit with a custom lattice design. I combined a bunch of CITs from Ghoulcraft, added some leaves, some flowers, and of course fairy lights. I really like this design. I will definitely use it in some of my future builds. But that's not all. For the background, and yes, for the background, I built a house. I covered it with lots and lots of bushy vines and flowers. And I used templates too for the roof and some of the elements for this house, and I really like it. It's again empty inside, so I'm not going to show you, but overall I think it's a very cozy, very cottagecore countryside build that I would imagine is located somewhere in England. This is the first windmill that I ever built myself, and I am so proud of it. So let me show you how it looks like up close. We built it on a stream on my Discord. If you would like to join my Discord server, the link is in the description. But we had so much fun, and you guys had genius ideas. Like, for example, with the gradient, I think the gradient is very eye-catching. It's the first thing you see when you look at this build. This roof design is pretty fun. I tried something new. I wanted it to look a little bit old, a little bit broken almost. So I used these mangrove roots. It was really a trust the process kind of moment. And it ended up being one of my favorite builds from this challenge. I just picked some fresh strawberries for you guys, and let me show you where I got them from. So this is my little strawberry farm. I used 3D strawberries for this prompt, but that's not all. Behind this little strawberry garden, there is also an orchard. And here, as you can see, we've got lots of apple trees. Some of them are still in bloom, while the others already have some delicious apples growing on them. And unfortunately, I am too short to pick them, so that's why we have ladders everywhere. We also have some barrels with apples inside of them. I really love the combination of flowering azalea trees, cherry blossoms, and these white flowers from Mizuno's CIT. And in general, I think an orchard would be a great addition to any Minecraft world. In my last video, I promised to feature some of my favorite work from you guys from Maefcraft, so here it is. Thank you so much to everyone who participated in the challenge. It was amazing to watch you build every day, and you guys gave me so much inspiration. So I really do hope that you enjoyed today's video and that you got inspired as well. If you would like to check out these two builds, or maybe you'd like to paste them into your own world, the world downloads and schematics are available on my Patreon. You can find everything in the description, and thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you for being patient because this video took a while to make. So that's everything from me, so I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.